Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, I got a good one. The industry, the gaming industry, finally let it slip how terrible the really big companies are. Alright. Everyone knows Suicide Squad is coming out, Warner Brothers game from the Rocksteady developers. And everyone knows there's been a lot of bad press about it. Including, as it turns out, Warner Brothers and Rocksteady. They are not sending IGN review codes. Because IGN of all people, like one of the worst publications, right? Don't get me wrong, right? They hype up really shitty games all the time. But even they were like, yeah, this game, it's probably not gonna be so good. Alright. They were fairly negative about the game. And it turns out now that, oh, where's the actual review? Oh, it's coming out soon, right? So where's the actual review? Suicide Squad's early access period will start to go live around the world late Monday night on consoles and 10 a.m. PT Tuesday on Steam. So, 2 days, essentially, right? Unfortunately, we won't have a review of Rocksteady's new game as a service looter shooter for you right away, as codes have not been sent ahead of time. In fact, Warner Brothers Games informed IGN that it has declined to send us codes at all. This is access journalism. You said negative things about our shitty cash grab? Well now, we're gonna withhold your access so you can't make a review and you can't further inform your audience that our game is shitty. This is, in so many ways, utterly reprehensible. I cannot believe that they actually just straight up lifted the veil and showed how corrupt this industry is. Like, this is straight up access journalism. You said something negative about me, so now I'm not going to give you a review code, even though you're one of the biggest publications. I'm still again, it's IGN, guys, right? They're not giving IGN codes because they were somewhat scathing of them in the first initial preview. So they're not getting review codes because Warner Brothers and IGN and Rocksteady didn't like what IGN had to say. And a lot of people on Twitter are like actively encouraging this because it's IGN. And on one hand, I totally get it. IGN is a terrible publication, right? It's like Kotaku. We would love to see those things go bankrupt. Nobody would really miss them. However, that is so far from the issue here. The issue of massive corruption, and I would definitely view this as corruption, right? Because this is a corrupt thing to do. Because think about it this way. They're not giving IGN a code because IGN was scathing about them. They're trying to repress negative press about their game. They're trying to repress people. It doesn't matter that it's IGN in this case. They're trying to repress people from informing the public about the status of this game. This is corrupt beyond measure. This should literally be illegal, okay? Like, you're actively trying to lie due to omission to the public at large to make money off of them. That is 100% what is happening here. If in fact, obviously, that they didn't send them codes, which it really looks like that, right? Like, how are you gonna spin this in any other way, right? We've been talking about this for years, right? We've been saying, and IGN actually shows up in this a lot as well as one of the beneficiaries of this. Of like, oh, if you say nice things about us, we'll give you access. This has always been like, well, not always, but like, you know, lately in the last decade plus, right? This has been the case of us talking about this as a whole of like, is this happening or not? And Warner Brothers was like, YOLO, we'll show exactly that it's happening. Boom. You said something negative about us? All of a sudden, you don't get a review key? That is super suspect, dude. Honestly, I hope this game fails miserably because this shit is unacceptable. Alright. You can laugh that it's IGN that didn't get the keys. I get that. I get that completely. But you have to stop and think about this shit for longer than 0.1 seconds, alright? Expand your attention span to 1 second, and you'll immediately notice this is really, 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 really bad. This is an insanely bad precedent. This is corruption beyond belief in the gaming industry. Like, we cannot let this stand. This has to be... This is one of the worst things you can do in the gaming industry as a whole, because we have a right to be informed on what we buy before we buy it, right? Like, this is actually, in my opinion, this is a natural overflow of the whole pre-order culture, right? Because the more you pre-order, the more money you already made without actually giving anyone anything, right? And if your game is trash, well, a lot of people pre-ordered it already, and if they're past 2 hours, right? Oh, buy money. This is a scam. This is part of a scam. Like, I can't think of any other reason why you would do this besides stopping the public from being informed about your garbage. Honestly, guys, this is like one of the worst things I've seen in the gaming industry. And we've gone through the day before scam, alright? That shit was terrible. But this is corrupt and so sneaky. I'm actually amazed that they just straight up did this and just lifted the veil. They didn't even try to hide it no more. It's crazy, dude. Like, we gotta stop this. This cannot stand. I'm actually, you can tell I'm blown away by this because it's so blatant, it's so brazen. And the fact that people on Twitter, let's be honest, it's probably mostly the comic fanboys. I know you guys. I love you guys. All right, but you gotta stop and start thinking about this for more than 1 second. More than 0.1 seconds. Sorry, I forgot my own analogy. Because this is crazy. All right, I get that it's funny. Oh, it's IGN. I get that you're like a massive fanboy and nothing DC can be bad, nothing Marvel can be bad. I get that, right? But holy hell, this is crazy. This should be illegal. All right, that's insane. Trying to hide how terrible your game is from the public before it comes out so people will buy it and people will still pre-order it is... We live in a clown world, guys. Absolute clown world. I know I say I get it, right? But I'm so disappointed in all the fanboys and all the people that are laughing because it's IGN. Like, think about this for more than... Again, 0.1 seconds, because this is... Wow. I'm blown away. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fanboy? Do you think this is acceptable? Like, honestly? Do you honestly think this is acceptable? Let's have a debate, guys. Come on. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. This is fucking crazy.